Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in Rust, talking about the Rust Console Edition for the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and everything in between. The next gen's PlayStation, was it 5, Xbox Series X, and all that good stuff. So the next gen. So today is specifically about, yes, we are on the PC, obviously, but we are talking about the Console Edition. It's we can make fancy sets over here, so that's why we're over on PC. But have no illusions, this is definitely for the PlayStation and Xbox Rust Console Edition. Anyway, so today is state of the game, and this is I want to future-proof this. As recording this, this is for patch 105, and this is for late September 2021. Now, full disclosure, we're going over things that are currently issues. So if we've got new players, old players, people on the fence about coming back. We've had a few people say that they've uninstalled the game, they're waiting for more content. Some people just waiting. Just know that this isn't like a bash on the game or anything. This is just kind of saying where the game is at as of right now, because if anybody's going to know, it's going to be us, RazorTube, BioLaser, and myself. We play this quite often, often on stream, as you've seen on official servers, so we'll let you know. So this is all the things we're kind of dealing with right now, some workarounds, some good things, some buggy things, so let's get into it. Here we go. All right, let's go upstairs real quick. Clickety-clickety-clack. Should have been walking upstairs before we do this. What am I doing? Okay, first and foremost, skins popping in and out is a glitch. You've seen it now on a few patches, but currently, if you apply a skin, whether it's a garage door, right? This is one of the garage doors we got for free, and you come back, sometimes they'll be gone. Same with sleeping bags, you'll have them applied. So it seems like any kind of deployable that has a skin will pop in and out. So that's a thing currently. So if you have skins, that's why they're doing that. Signing in and out of the game can do it. Sometimes closing the client all the way will do it. So that's why we're also saying that the skin store will most likely not be in until there's some sort of either minor or major patch. Whether it rides with another patch, we don't know. So just know that the skin store is on the cusp. We know that they've been testing that. They've got a lot in the queue. I just think that whenever staging branch comes out is most likely when we'll start to see something like this. Most likely it's going to be a minor patch. So that's where it stands now, and yes, we are excited for it. If you did purchase, oh, I fell down. If you did purchase skins, or not purchase skins, but if you've got those coins, you still have those. Just know that when the skin store comes out, you'll see them then. So have no illusions. They're still there. So, okay, on to the next piece here. Beep boop. All right, so one of the things we're running into right now, which is, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, and we've got to work around. So outpost guards are definitely, they get stuck at shooting animals, which is a good thing, but sometimes they can't reach them. So when they can't reach them, they'll continue to shoot over and over again, and what that does do is that creates a bug with the sound. So if they do it for too long, you'll notice that no matter what system you're on, you won't be able to hear gunshots anymore. You'll just hear the ricochet on the ground. So our workaround is to go take out the animals that they're stuck on, and yes, you can now attack them with a rock. And you can farm them. You just have to switch between the two. You can 100% farm it with a rock. You can hit it and then farm the whole thing with a rock, or just scare them away. That will help you tremendously. Both Bandit Camp and Outpost have this affliction. So it's good the guards are attacking the animals. It's also good that we can farm the animals, and the animals also don't attack you in the safe zones. But just know that if you hear that continuous sound by the Outpost, your best bet's to go over there and clean them up so you can hear the sound. So if you are running into the sound glitch, once you do take out the animal, just restart your client. You'll be fine. So close your game, open it up again. That works for PlayStation and Xbox. All right, on to the next piece. Beep, boop, boop, boop. All right, this is one kind of makes me sad, and I know some people can still do this, but there's also a handful of people that can't. So I'm kind of question mark. In-game voice chat. This game is very much a social game, big time. Communicating to other players, teammates, and even just randos is a big deal. And I have found that when I try to unmute, and this is Xbox Series X for me, or when I try to talk in-game, everybody's automatically muted, and then when I try to unmute it, it doesn't work. So I'm not sure what that is. So yeah, we're kind of forced to use party chat, and we're not really able to communicate to people. So I don't know if that's user error, but I've had other people say the exact same thing, so I'm not really sure what that's all about. But I've also seen some people use in-game chat, and I know it's worked in prior versions, so I'm just, fingers crossed, I'm hoping that comes through, but just know that's kind of the current state of things for voice chats. You're going to have to use some form of party chat or the quick chat. Here's another one that's been afflicting us, I want to say since 105, maybe even 104. It's definitely for 105, the current version we're in. Hang on, Tactical Cylinder, what's up? when you try to do a stack split, it'll bug out. So if you're holding A, and this is just for the Xbox, if you're holding the A button down, when the split menu comes up, sometimes it just stops the progress, like it cancels it, and then you have to start over. My best advice for this is for you to just keep half splitting if it keeps fighting you, and just work with that. I know it's annoying. You can't do like exact 1/3 stacks like we've all been doing for farming and doing for furnaces, but that's kind of our workaround. So I want to say that's, oh man, I can't remember what it is in the PlayStation controller. It's the one that's, it's the A button. Isn't that the, I want to say it's triangle, but don't quote me on that. Anyways, all right, so that's our deal with this. We got some voice stuff going on. We got the stack split, but the workaround, it's good enough. But just know, if you're ever in a fight and you need to split something, that probably ain't happening. Oh, and Sergeant on our team also said real quick that he's found that if there's no active deployables next to you that are burning, farming, or that are ticking, like server tick rates, these tend to work when it's in your own inventory. But again, it's kind of hit or miss. But yeah, just half stack things. Hold that button down, wait for a half stack, and just wait. And it may cancel a few times, but you'll get there. All right, next piece. This is for people that haven't been around for a while. I know performance was a big hit across all platforms. Have no illusions. When we did our giant Zergs on official servers on the console edition, we ran into this because we had used pumpkins. We found that when we planted them all over the place, they caused a massive performance hit, and I'm sure it was super bad. Not sure, I do know it was really bad for core systems for PlayStation and Xbox. So what we found was that if you pick up all the pumpkins, that helped a lot. So what they did is they spaced out how far you can place pumpkins, which is great. You can't place them around monuments, and there is less generation that comes off of the seeds, so you don't get as many seeds, which is great. So fun fact, and you might be like, man, is that like a console thing? Absolutely not. Fun fact, 2018 PC Rust had a lot of servers had the same problem with pumpkins. It was a performance issue across the board, so it's not just for console. It was disabled for a while on most servers. As a matter of fact, if you're playing in 2018, you probably only saw corn because pumpkins were so, they would just generate so fast. And they're OP, like if you use them at all. Do you like my drawing of pumpkins? They are super good for recharging. When you respawn, they give you water, food. They're super OP. And there you go, Wellen, because, you know, pumpkins. What's up, buddy? Welcome. So there you go. So now things are a lot better. So if you haven't played since 104, I think you're going to see a nice performance gain no matter what platform you're on, whether it's Core, Pro, or the next gen. So, you know, check it out. Now, by no means, if you have a core system, is it going to be like the best thing ever, but just expect better performance than what you had prior. And another little, oh yeah, I think we have it here. Performance, no plants near monuments. That's right. I forgot about that. And check this out. Once we do get the farming update somewhere in the future, however they decide to do it, because our version is a hybrid version, there will be less ability for you to plant outside, and you'll have to be forced, if you want consistent farming, to be done in these crop plots, and you have to maintain them with the water system. Another little fun fact is that once that power surge system comes in, this system is very much based off of the electricity system. So once that is in, we'll probably see something like this in the very near future because, yeah, we'll have to farm these things. You can't really just place them outside, or if you do, the chance of it dying is much higher. But anyways, just know that when that does happen, there'll be even more performance increase for us because everything will be internal for these pumpkins. So it'll be even less of those entities. I think they're entities floating around the map. So there you go. Farming and some performance increase. Oh, do we not have a door here? Boo. So check this out. You see the recycler here? Bandit Camp Recycler Camping. That's been an issue. Still is an issue. What it means is you can get killed in the safe zone still, but most of the time the guards will sweep up whoever did it. The problem with that is there's not enough guards back by the bandit camp, and people can wax you, still stay alive, and even escape. So I think probably the near future fix, which maybe they've already done, I don't know, would be to put another guard on that corner. Just know if you're using the bandit camp and that is your main recycler, I would suggest when you get into the recycler room, do very few recycles at a time and make sure all 3 doors, the one at the bottom of the ladder, the one by the wheel, and the one by the exit, are all closed so you have an audio cue when people are running up on you. Little tip. All right, let's move downstairs. Beep boop. Plop. All right, so check this one out. This one's been afflicting us for a while, and we're still trying to pinpoint how this works. But HQM decay, high quality metal decay. on tool cupboards. What this means is, some people didn't even notice it. We didn't notice it for a while. But what happens is, we're not sure what triggers it, but what the eventuality is, or what the result is, when you do have high quality on your base, you will at some point have higher HQM burn than what is required on the actual TC. We're not sure what's causing it. I think once you get a decay, I think that kind of does it. You can tell when the math is different. So you know in our lower left-hand corner we've got, like here, you can see our upkeep time is on the right. We have like a special list that's like to the right of the screen, but in the center, more like a text list. And then if you look at our upkeep and building privilege, that's over to our left on console. If you see a discrepancy between the time for upkeep on the right and the one on the left, I know that's super confusing. You'll probably have that, and it's for HQM only. So what that means is over time, it's going to burn more than it should. And so here are the fixes, or here's what we do when we do HQM. First of all, we try not to use HQM until we absolutely have to. And then let's say you've got upkeep for a high quality metal on your base. Put only 24 hours when you sign out worth of high quality metal. Do not store high quality in your tool cupboard as of right now, because it will eat it up way too fast. What we typically do when we sign in is we will go up to our cupboard and make sure we have roughly 12 hours of high quality metal. And then as we're playing through the day, if we need to put more in, obviously these stacks are, because this is our test server, you wouldn't see them this high. But if you had that requirement, put in like 12 hours worth, and then when you sign out, put in 24 hours worth of high quality only, and store your stuff outside of the tool cupboard. Here's another tip. This is actually a good tip across the board. If you've got raw high quality metal, it stacks to much higher than 100 stacks. So you can keep those in your tool cupboard as it won't be consumed, and you can stack more in one slot. So just know high quality metal decay is still a thing, unfortunately. So that's a nice little workaround that we've been doing, because obviously we're jumping from server to server, so that's definitely a thing. Okay, here we go, winding through monuments or even extra content, water treatment plant or the train. What's this? It is the train. How about that? Come on, some of these Fabergé eggs aren't beautiful. All right, so the answer to that is, and I'm sure most of you know this, but maybe you don't, staging branch or testing branch. They are one in the same. What does that mean? That is going to be most likely a separate download, and what it brings in is it's a testing environment for them to bring in the new changes before it hits live branch, which is the branch we all know and love and play right now. So what that means is this has to come in before we start to see anything, before we see monuments, before we see changes, anything, before we get tech tree, all of it. So we have to see that first. By the way, some of the things coming in, one of them being power surge once this does hit. So I have a video on this and why this is so important to all players across the board, solo, duo, trio, even big groups. I will link the power surge video now in the upper right hand corner. Go ahead and check that out. If you haven't already seen it, I would highly recommend it. It's going to give you a nice heads up for things that are coming down the pipe. But okay, back to testing and staging branch. Where it's at now, as of recording this, it did bounce certification semi-recently, but that doesn't mean that we couldn't see it in the very near future. My guess is we'll probably see or hear something around October-ish. I would be somewhat concerned if we didn't hear or see anything by mid-October. Who knows? Like, I'm guessing here, but we could even see it by the end of September. We don't know. But just know, once you see staging or testing branch, I believe they're calling it testing branch now, just know that things are going to start to come down the pipe. Basically, go to the testing branch when it's out, see what's on there, and be like, hey, there's monuments there, so there's a good likelihood that that's going to be in the next live branch, the next major patch that we have. So we're on, what, 105 now? So, yeah. Anyways, back to this. So we did hear that testing branch or staging branch will most likely get tech tree first. And again, that's a big deal. That's going to help solos primarily, but I think help all players. Again, I've got a video on tech tree and why that's so important for players. We'll go ahead and link that now in the upper right-hand corner. Go check that out. But yeah, those are big deals. So once we see the staging or testing branch, just know that's when we're going to start to see major content. This is the major content piece. And this is more quality of life, more balance type stuff. So most likely it's going to be testing, staging first, then some variation of this, and then this. And then we'll start to see it on live branch, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. We still get the question, so I'm like, hey, I'm probably not explaining it very well. So hopefully that's good. So yes, if you found this video useful and helpful, be sure to drop a like. Yes. And if you're not already subscribed, consider dropping that subscribe and turning on notifications to all, making sure that bell looks like it's ringing. And you'll stay up to date on all the Rust Console Edition stuff. Some Rust things as well. We do a lot of open world survivals. We also stream a lot over on the Rust Console Edition, quite heavily, I might add. So, you know, you'll be abreast of the situation when it hits, especially when these changes come through staging and testing branch. I know we're foaming at the mouth for this kind of stuff because I know it's been a while since we got anything. It's not been a while. It hasn't been any like content yet, but I get it. Like they had to testing. So, yeah, the point is we're excited for it. So I hope you guys are too, and we'll see you in the next video / live stream. Love ya. Bye. We're flying out of here. We're out of here, dog. Watch, I'm probably gonna hit my head.